Hello, and welcome back to the darkest corners of the internet. I know this doesn't look dark, but trust me, it's dark. If you don't know me, my name is Anna Fekete-Mustafa, and I am partial owner, with my sister Tiara, of a makeup brand called Gothic Hippies. I will be using pieces of our makeup brand alongside other small and large businesses just because I like it. You never know what you might find out there, so, got to keep your options open. And I believe that there is room for everybody at the top. You can add me to your makeup and storytime YouTube collection, and products will be listed in the description in case you were wondering where to find those. If you enjoy videos like these, please subscribe. It costs you nothing but makes my day. Shall we begin? Today we will be talking about the Hello Kitty murder. Hello Kitty murder is one of the most disturbing, gruesome criminal cases in Hong Kong's history. It took place in 1999 and involved the kidnapping, torture, and the murder of a woman called Fan Man-yee. The name Hello Kitty murder comes from the fact that the killers placed her skull inside of a Hello Kitty doll. Yeah. Fan was 23, and she was a hostess at a nightclub and a former sex worker. I know what some of you are going to say, oh, she's a sex worker, or she was a sex worker, so, she doesn't deserve, no one deserves to die this way, you guys, or to be tortured, or no, it's not okay. So stop it. Stop it. In this case, that is not at all the reason that she got murdered. I shall explain to you what happened. But unlike most cases, that's not why she was targeted. It wasn't because of, her occupation at all. So let's talk a little bit about Fan's life. She was orphaned at a young age, and she was raised in a girls' home. She ended up battling drug addiction, and she sadly struggled to escape the sex trade. This poor woman, she's had such a rough life, and things are about to get a lot rougher. So Fan was running with this crowd of drug dealers. One in particular, a 34-year-old man named Chan Man-lok. Chan ended up kidnapping Fan in 1999 because supposedly she had stolen Hong Kong $4,000, which would roughly be $500 in USD. Yeah, so not cool, that wasn't cool of her, but she did not deserve everything that they were about to do to her. So after Fan stole money from Chan, in retaliation, he and two accomplices, oh, please help me that I don't butcher these names, which I most likely am going to butcher these names, Lung Wai Lung and Lung Ching Cho. Wai Lung was 21 and Ching Cho was 27, and they helped kidnap her. They took her to an apartment in Kowloon, an apartment full of Hello Kitty merchandise. It looked like a store, wall-to-wall Hello Kitty merch. They held her captive for over a month. Subjecting her to unimaginable torture and abuse, like beating with metal bars, being burned with melted plastic. Oh, this one's sick, you guys. Forced ingestion of human waste. Starvation, and possibly and probably sexual assault. Could you imagine this type of abuse going on for a month? That is so many people's and probably every person's worst nightmare. And this poor young woman lived this. It's so tragic. It's so sad. All three men tortured this poor girl, and not only 3 men, but a 14-year-old young woman. Okay? And it was one of their girlfriends, and she was 14, and he was 21. Pretty criminal already, right? So sad and so disgusting and so disturbing. These 3 men ended up chaining Fan to the toilet in the bathroom. For 3 days, they left her alone. And sadly, Fan passed away during this time, either from injury or from all of the other abuse that these people, monsters, had portrayed on her. So yeah, the men came back to the apartment and found her deceased. So they came to the conclusion that they had to get rid of her to avoid detection. The men dismembered her body, cooking parts to mask the smell. As sick as these men are, they decided to stop and have themselves a meal, and they cooked a meal for themselves right next to the pots that were boiling Fan's other body parts. Like, how disturbing and disgusting is that? That's nasty. These men treated Fan like nothing, like she was just disposable and just trash. Like, literally, still after they did this heinous thing to her, like, they're still doing heinous things to her. That's disgusting. No remorse, and that just proves it. Guilty. Guilty. So somebody did come forward out of the group. Who do you think it was? Yes, it was the 14-year-old girl. And it wasn't out of guilt or feeling bad. It was because she had claimed to be haunted by Fan's ghost. I'd haunt you too. Remember Wai Lun's girlfriend, the 21-year-old, and she's like 14? She was 13 or 14 years old. Gag. Ugh. So gross. What are you doing with this young girl? So disturbing. Where are your parents? Where are her parents? I don't know much of her background. Like, a lot of that was kind of like hidden, you know. She was actually placed under witness protection. So, you know, a lot of stuff is kind of hidden away. But I'm thinking her childhood, not very good. She is known only as Ah Feng. And she was involved with the abuse, yeah. Yes, she was. She admitted to hitting and humiliating the victim. She told the court that she did so because she was afraid of the men. And I get that. She said that she was under their influence and their control. I can see that. She said that she feared that she could become the next victim if she did not comply. After watching the men take joy and pleasure in treating Fan like their plaything. Like, honestly, that would be really scary for a 13, 14-year-old. And I don't think that she would know what to do. I just feel like, you know, maybe she thought that she would be hurt too, like she said. And, you know, proven young people, their brains are not fully developed yet. And that's, you know, honestly the truth. So they are prone to making really bad decisions at that age and very easily influenced by others. She said she was disturbed by nightmares and visions of Fan's ghost. She ended up going to the police a month later. You guys, a month later. She ended up suffering from severe trauma, which I believe, come on, that's very traumatic. She also underwent psychiatric treatments, you know, as one would. The 3 men were tried in the year 2000 because the exact cause of death couldn't be determined due to the state of the body. The jury convicted them of manslaughter and not murder. They were sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 20 years, which they did not deserve. Over $500, like, really right now, is Was it worth it? Was it worth it? No, it's not worth it. Don't do these things, okay? Like, leave people alone. Why are you that angry? Go get some anger management. Who does this? Who murders somebody for $500 and tortures people and boils them and all this disgusting stuff that you did? Who does that? So when the police went back to the apartment, they found, all the pots and all that stuff, and, their meals sitting next to those pots with the things in it. And they also found a mermaid Hello Kitty doll. Was like a pretty large doll. And they found Fan's skull inside of that, alongside a few other small body parts. The case shocked Hong Kong, naturally, and became known as the Hello Kitty murder due to the disturbing use of the doll. It has inspired TV dramas, documentaries, and even horror films. It's just so horrible that this girl had to go through all this, and then, I can see, the intrigue of how, people's minds work and, how horrendous it is. And people do love, me, I like to watch this stuff and learn about it because I want to literally learn, have the knowledge of what's going on and, how people think. Because if you don't know and are, you just got to know some of these horrible things that are going on. Because I feel like, in a sense, it can keep you safe if you learn certain things. But this kind of stuff is it throws you for a loop because you're like, there is another level. This is another level. It's widely cited as one of the most notorious modern crimes in all of Asia. I can see that. And I think it always will be. This is something that sticks with you. This is something horrendous. This is something like I said, on another level. Don't even be on this level, but you went to this level. Don't do that. That is... These are not people who have remorse. I'm sorry, but they should... in what I think they should never be able to get out. For them to be able to do something like this and to go as far as the person dying, and then they're still picking and prodding at this person and bullying them after death, is another level. And it's not a good level. Levels here, you're going straight down there. You're going straight down there. To this day, the men have not made parole and still reside in maximum security prisons. So there's a little good news, a little light to the story, which is so dark. There's no light to the story. It's so dark. Well, thank you for joining me once again and letting me tell you some of these heinous stories, true stories. I do some mysteries, and then I do some regular kind of talky stuff too. But if you like these, drop a comment below. And if you have anything to add on to this story, please drop that below, because I am really excited to hear about any things that I have missed here. I did this research from all different places and took the things that were in many places because I feel like that seems to be more true. So hit subscribe, and I will be back again next week, and I hope to see you here. Bye.